Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages. Oh, gotta get my, I think you can hear in the background. That's my phone, actually. Cut. That's me. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, it's time for a stunt of proportions beyond which man has never seen. Is that proper grammarish? A stunt of the proportions that which man has never seen it. I'm the Old Humble Guy. You can see from this particular camera angle, I'm not in my office. I'm not in the pandemic studio. We are here in America's my own personal test kitchen, where my lovely wife and the Mrs. Old Humble Guy and the super. What on earth was that? That was super duper loud. Ladies, wave and say hi. Look at the camera, wave and say hi. They are about to begin preparing live here in America's whiskey kitchen. The the Brussels sprouts dishes. Ladies, hang on. You know what? There's a.
Are we on microphone, or are you the only one on microphone?
The mic's picking you up. And if I have y'all on scene, yeah, the microphone is picking y'all. There is a microphone on that camera picking y'all up.
When I was whispering, everyone could hear it.
Maybe. Nobody's watching. So over here on my left, probably your left as well. That is my wife, Mrs. Old Humble Guy. You've seen her on the show before. She has literally come in and names and scowled at me and y'all don't often see that, but you can almost always hear the look she's giving me. So I ask kindly that you forgive the audio because we are in my kitchen. It's not a closed room. It's an quite open kitchen. And so it may echo. There's two microphones that are competing. I don't hear feedback on my phones, but that's how it is. And then of course, Lisa, home in my home live, not streaming over the interwebs. My lovely wife, would you like a drink, my dear?
Here.
My lovely wife. This is Old Guy. Would you like a drink, my dear?
We're like a family of three.
A throuple. Ooh.
No, we're not a throuple.
I could not. I could absolutely not put up with two wives at the same time. I can barely handle one. Barely. Did you see the look she just gave me? That's dirty look number one. Okay. I have two whiskey drinks in my hand. Would you lovely ladies like them? Would y'all like a drink? I just poured fresh drink. Would you like some ice in your glass? Yes. Okay. We'll put ice in your glass.
It smells yummy.
This is our special reserve. Because I actually finished my last glass of rye last night. The last bottle of rye. I know my lovely wife.
Never have finished bacon.
And I mean, I see. Since I did this in college, I'm very well aware of where the camera is, so I don't walk directly in front of it all the way around. Does it feel like college, right? Remind you of the videos we made back at the Student Video Network? The sauce.
Hi, it's your daily weather girl.
I see videos nobody ever watched. I gave you my glass.
But they did watch.
Yeah, I know, actually. We had twos and twos of people watching.
We had big board college students.
And I did get a glass.
We always be university students. Yep. I did not do that when I was an undergrad.
That is why she graduated on time, like a normal person. We were not bad influences on her until well after the fact.
Were we done by the time he's out there?
Yeah, she's much younger than us.
Right.
All right. So, that is the crinkly paper on top of my whiskey.
No, I was in North Tower.
All right. Now, while they're talking, I'm going to set up a new scene real quick.
Awesomest floor room ever. Because I had a corner room with a bunk bed and a huge space where I could throw out little pieces of itty bitty thing where they could put chairs.
This is great. I don't have to do anything.
And there were guys that was
The easiest show I've ever done. And there's
There's
my
my,
oldest Logic. Cheers, Logic. Yep. Good camp. Okay, so this is the cam. So I'm over here right now behind the scenes setting up a new camera scene that has transform, fit to screen. So I'm going to shrink this up a little bit, shrink up a little bit, and then add a background. So what y'all don't see, y'all see what I'm doing in just 1 second when I add this in. Y'all won't see it.
Y'all won't see it, but everybody.
Brussels sprouts.
Do we have the
Do we have the guests of honor here?
They're kind of sad. I need
The what?
ones.
The actual guest of
The
honor?
actual guests of
20 years
honor.
old, we gotta throw away. You can see it's a little
Fit to
well
screen.
used.
If you don't mind, I'd like to
There
try
we
some
are.
on
Now
too.
There we are. Now I can actually see. Y'all can see me talking
While we watch them
while we watch them
doing
Can I
what
put
they do.
things
doing
back
what
on so I
they
can
do.
cook?
Because they're actually the stars of this show.
Stop
They
eating
are
that.
Diligently.
diligently
Stop.
make.
Joseph, chill.
Sorry.
Hold on 1 second.
Hold on 1 second.
You know, we
You
can
know, we can hear you.
I can announce what he's doing. He's trying to keep the dog from
My
eating
son's
the
in the
guinea
other
pig
room.
poop that falls out of their
My
cage.
son's in the other room yelling at the top of his lungs. That's disgusting at the dog because the dog is eating poop.
Everybody
And
needs
everybody
The thing
needs
is,
it.
though,
See, the thing is though,
eating poop, and I have to eat Brussels.
but I have to eat.
So,
So,
getting that.
I'm not sure
Those
he's
are
getting
not
that.
the same
getting
thing.
better.
Yeah, she's
Not
getting better.
anywhere
Better.
close
So,
to the same
okay.
thing.
So, okay.
Welcome to.
Welcome to what episode is this? 24, 25?
We're episode
We're episode 24. Oh, it's right there above the camera. Episode 25.
You have an idea what?
This 24.
This is 24. This is the Old Humble Distilling Whiskey Happy Hour. Thank you so much for joining our show. I assume you found us through.
Either through notifications or the browser features. I just went ahead and muted y'all's microphones so that we're not getting a lot of cross noise. If y'all want to talk, just wave at me.
I'm not quiet.
So what we're doing tonight is the legendary, much talked about, much warned about Brussels sprouts episode. I do not like Brussels sprouts, but as my lovely wife pointed out earlier, before we were married, I hadn't eaten oranges. I'd never had an orange when I was a kid. I'd had orange juice, but it wasn't like real orange juice. It was like either Tang or Sunny D. Cheers, McTubis. Welcome to the show, my man. I didn't eat asparagus before. I didn't eat salad. I didn't eat a lot of stuff. She has introduced me to salad. She has introduced me to asparagus, strawberries, and of course, I've gotten much more adventurous with food over the years. I eat all kinds of vegetables, all kinds of fruits. I'm down to try just about anything. It's not like I haven't had Brussels sprouts before. I just don't like them. I've never had them good. When was the last time my lovely bride?
When was the last time I
You
ate
don't
Brussels
eat my
sprouts?
Brussels
But when
sprouts.
was the last time?
But when was the last time I've had them?
Probably
Probably 4 years ago, 5 years
I don't
ago?
know. You refuse to eat them when I make them.
Oh, look, I'm on
Oh, look, I'm on
The image is frozen.
The image is frozen. Their image is frozen?
Hang on 1 second.
Hang on.
Don't jump across the cable. Thank you. All right, so it looks like
the good.
Let me switch back to just me and see if I can fix that problem. I have a very adventurous 10-year-old who thinks that jumping over cables is a good idea. It is not ever a good idea. There's literally a whole house you can walk through, and and you do not have to walk over that section. Lord Almighty. All right. So, oops, that's the wrong camera to deactivate. Wait, come back, camera. Wake up. There we are. I need to find. There's the one that I need to disable. Ugh. All right. So as I was saying, as I was saying, I have been introduced to many, many, many foods ever since we've been married, and I thoroughly enjoy being adventurous now with foods.
Yay.
She said yay. All right, that should switch.
Still go straight back to chocolate fudge cake.
Oh yeah, chocolate fudge cake is the best kind of cake. So that's what we're doing tonight. I've voiced my opposition to the existence of Brussels sprouts several times. I am not ever going to not. Well, I'm a grown-up with an open mind. I can try them. I'm more than willing to entertain the idea of eating Brussels sprouts. But they have got to convince me. I've tasked them with the task of convincing me that Brussels sprouts are not absolutely horrifying. And they are brilliant in what they do. I'm hoping that I just fixed the camera. They are brilliant in what they do. They have insisted. Unplug that camera. Like pull the wire out. They've insisted that they are good at what they do and that they can make Brussels sprouts taste good. So we're going to see. Did you unplug it? Unplug the wires. Please, God. There's only two.
Well, that's the thing. I don't want to unplug the wrong one.
There's only two. Unplug them both.
Explode.
Jeez. Telling my kid to unplug the dadgum wires, and he looks at me and goes, "Is this the one?" There's only two wires. There's one on this side and there's one on the bottom. Unplug them both. It's not that complicated. I am trying to. I don't know if I deactivated the right camera there. Main camera scene. It is not. It's not resetting properly for some reason. We may not have. The good camera may not be working. For some reason, the video froze. We may have to. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on. Anyway, let me update you what's going on at the distillery. What's going on everywhere else. The distributor has come and picked up our whiskey, and it will be arriving in. It will be arriving in. It will be arriving in stores soon. So we will. I will keep everybody updated on when it finally shows up in stores, and then we will likely have an extremely awesome party. I need one more set. You know what? I need to find all of the instances of this camera probably and remove it from the stream so that she knows exactly how to cook delicious foods. She's worked in all the great places. No, not that one. This is actually, yeah, you. She. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. The good cam. All right, so what else we got going on? Here's a show series that we've been working on. We're on our quest for 100,000 views. Our quest for 100,000 views is ongoing and good cam. And what we are doing is I am going live on, there it is. The camera works again. I'm going live on a periodic basis to discuss and show and demonstrate techniques on the YouTubes of how to improve your views on the YouTubes. And there it is. There they are. Look at that delicious food. Ladies, wait for the camera. They're not listening to me. This is This is literally like full on marriage. Because they are 100% not listening to me. They are 100% not listening to me at all. Now both of my sons are waving at me. What's going on? Yeah, both of my sons are supposed to be in bed right now. Both of them have school in the morning. Neither one of them is listening to us, and both of them are standing right over here in the doorway, waving at me, showing me on YouTube.
Showing you that it's working again.
Cheers to everybody out there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, thank you for tuning in. And this 100,000 view, this quest for 100,000 views that we're on. Let me see if I can find that. Maybe I can find that picture. Can I find that thumbnail? Is it in here somewhere? Music Fest, Old Humble Reviews. Nope, I do not see this.
Does yours have bacon or is it
I don't see. I can't find the thumbnail. It's in there somewhere. It'll turn up on your feed. We're doing it periodically. Monday, Thursday. On Monday we explore the different things to do, and on Thursday we see the results of that. Look at there. There's Lefty in the scene. Lefty, wave at the camera. Oh, there he goes. He's gone. Just like that. Just as quickly as he shows up, he vanishes. And where is the scene where I can look at everybody? I have a scene in here where I can kind of peek in on the, this is the one. I can peek in on what's going on in the kitchen. The kitchen's right there. So it's not like it's 100 miles away and I'm coming in by satellite. Let me look here. Where's the button I need to push to get it? Good cam. There it is. Where is the? I need to fit this to the screen so we can peek in. There it is. They have both vanished. There. Look at that delicious food. They're
on the stovetop. Oh my goodness!
They're gonna make me eat that. Like they're forcing it down my throat. Like I signed up for this. I did. I really did. Anyway, okay. So we're doing that quest for 100,000 views. Check it out. It's if you're interested in how the YouTube stuff works. I am completely peeling back the layers of the onion to test and implement good advice that I can find. Actually, any advice that I can find, but I'm kind of trying to evaluate whether or not it's good or bad advice and enact these things. And then we're going to see the results and in real time over the course of a couple of weeks, a month. This may go on for 4 weeks. I don't think I'm going to be doing it for much longer, 4 weeks, because if the stuff is working, we're going to know that it's working within a month. And cheers, Bacon. How are you? We're going to take a peek right into America's Test Kitchen again. They are 100% in my kitchen right there. That is
my kitchen.
It is her kitchen. We are
100% in her kitchen.
I am 100%. I am 100% in my dining room. Or my kitchen. I guess this would be the breakfast nook. This would be the breakfast nook. 100% here. Y'all are what? 20 feet from me? 15 feet? Not even 20. Maybe 10. Maybe 10. This is a good free throw away from me. They can throw something at me, but probably not hit me. Because they're
You want to bet?
They're totally girls.
You want to bet?
Lisa,
I would throw something.
What we got? All right. So this first result. Right?
Where is camera?
Right here.
Oh, okay.
All right. You're in it. This is Lisa. Everybody knows Lisa. She's lagging because she's actually here.
Right. Who's here?
We've got
McTubis.
We've got John Jacob, Ting, and the goddamn Bacon.
Bacon.
Yep.
Bacon is in it.
Oh Jesus, that's Brussels sprouts. All right.
So what we
We're not.
Tuna has not arrived yet.
Okay.
He's always.
No.
He's usually even you. So what do we got?
These are maple balsamic roasted
All right, maple balsamic roasted Brussels sprouts.
Right.
All right.
So they are
Look at
Brussels sprouts fresh Brussels sprouts that I quartered and tossed in
There it is.
olive oil. And I made a maple balsamic vinegar glaze. I had some vinegar that was infused with maple syrup, and then I added more maple syrup, boiled that down to about in between a quarter to half.
It makes it sound so fancy.
And
It's original.
it's all sprouts too. I can't pick out just the stuff in between the sprouts. It's all like Brussels
No,
sprouts.
there's bacon.
Oh yeah, there is. I'm gonna eat that.
So the bacon, for those of you who live outside of Texas, there's this fantastic grocery store called HEB. And the bacon is HEB's lumberjack bacon, which is maple bacon that is also peppered.
Named after Herbert E. Butts.
So it's spicy
HEB.
and sweet, and it's fantastic. And it also adds some salt.
That is really good bacon. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna eat this.
You're going to do it.
I'm gonna straight up eat this right
I
now.
like my Brussels sprouts to be well done.
So there we
them
go.
Crispy.
That is full on. That's a couple of Brussels sprouts in there. I'm gonna take
So
a
I
couple
roasted them
bites.
for a half an hour at 425.
There it is. It tastes like Brussels sprouts. I can taste the mapliness. I have a piece of bacon. All right, guys. It has good flavor. But honest to God, it has really good flavor. The maple is sweet. The balsamic vinegar, I can taste the balsamic vinegar.
A little tangy.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that vinegary, but it still tastes like Brussels sprouts.
Well, they are.
Because there's Brussels sprouts in here. I mean, these are definitely Brussels sprouts.
Well, mine's going to be a little while, so I hope the show lasts longer than 20 minutes.
It's a 2-hour show. You're
I
fine.
know. You should be fine.
I've had enough. that is enough of that.
I'm going to eat some.
And we wash it down with special reserve. It was
How does it go?
Really good.
it was a very excellent representation of maple and balsamic vinegar. Balsamic vinaigrette. I do not like.
You don't like what?
Why are
Brussels
you
sprouts.
out? Okay, I have to step out for a minute. If I do not tuck him in, he will not go to bed.
Lefty just came back down to ask to be tucked in. I love that boy.
The coolest thing in the world, I don't know how we succeeded in doing this. 10-year-old and 15-year-old boys still require us to put them to bed.
My kids still enjoy being tucked into bed.
I love it.
They request it, they prefer it. Let's see here. Oh my God. Ting Ting just said she doesn't eat cat because it tastes like squirrel. Hang on. I got to catch up to chat real quick. Let's go over to the chat screen and see what's going on in chat. So I'm scrolling up. John Jacobs is in the house. Jingleheimer Schmidt. Hey, that's my name too. Holy feed. Are we getting feedback in the microphone? I'm not hearing feedback in. I bet we're getting crosstalk between the two microphones. I bet that's what's going on.
Nobody's talking over there.
Okay. And I think I have it muted anyway. I should have it muted. Let me look at my main scene cam. My main scene, I don't even have the Canon active. Yeah, I do. There it is. Okay, so I'm muting that one. That's probably what's going on. We probably have cross noise between this microphone and that microphone because that's omnidirectional and this is at least directed. Ooh, 78 degrees upstairs. That's hot. We need to fix that. Okay. Scrolling through chat now. This is like normal in this house. This is everybody's talking. It's fantastic. Okay, what's going on? Going to get beer. Fantastic. Did I not have main cam with chat? It's me. Double cam with chat. Did I not have the double cam with chat? I should have them on this one too. That way we can kind of peek in on what's going on, and I can look at chat at the same time. Okay, so the first dish was roasted balsamic vinaigrette with bacon.
Did you eat it all together, or did you pick it out and eat it piece by piece? Because when you eat the bacon with the Brussels sprouts, family.
I ate the Brussels sprouts. I ate the bacon, but I didn't eat them together. God damn it, they're going to make me eat more of it. All right, let's see. What we got here? All of it together?
Where are you at?
We got it all together? Hang on.
You're not
I'm
even
on
on
the cam. I just switched cameras. Silly goose.
It's coated in bacon.
Okay, so this is a sprout coated in bacon.
You can't taste it. Come on, everything's better wrapped in bacon.
Everything is better wrapped in bacon. That is better, but I can't taste it. I absolutely can taste it. It tastes like Brussels sprout wrapped in bacon.
You're supposed.
There's a flavor. There's a flavor to the Brussels sprout that hits me right in the back of the tongue. It's like right back here,
Bitterness.
and it's.
Brussels sprouts are bitter.
Ugh.
Much like I am.
And don't get me wrong, those were excellent representations of
Look at that. Nice
those meals. Oh, y'all should have seen that. Look at that.
Penny.
I'm not sure what she's making over there, but it is fantastic.
It's Brussels sprouts and
Well,
onions.
Oh, Brussels sprouts and onions.
And there's
Well, at least there's
bacon
onions.
in them, and it's in bacon juice, and there'll be more bacon
Transformed.
added to it. And lemon, garlic, and pepper.
All right, so this is them cooking with chat, and we got that. Okay, so let's scroll through chat real quick.
Hers.
I wonder what it would be like.
Let's see. Boom, boom. David Spade, the Emperor's New Groove. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Danny Arnold in the house. Cheers to you, my man. Okay. So they're cooking. We had balsamic vinaigrette and maple bacon Brussels sprouts. That was the first dish. Did I get that right? I got that right. I'm gonna declare that I got that right. It was a good representation of of what would be a delicious Brussels sprout dish if you like Brussels sprouts. To me, it tasted like Brussels sprouts with bacon.
Try a second one? You want to try a second dish while this cooks?
Do we have a second dish? Are we set?
We do.
All right, well, hit me.
Unfortunately, I was going to make a Brussels sprout casserole, but I didn't have time.
All right, hit me.
Let me get you a bowl.
All right, take your time, my beautiful bride. I am drinking our own special reserve right here. This is what's making all of this tolerable. I mean, it's pretty awesome to have two lovely ladies. They're super talented within their fields. They have minds that are just amazing locks, and they're fantastic people to talk to.
Totally opposite fields.
By all means, don't even for 1 second think that this is reduced. They are also very excellent chefs.
Very true.
One is a teacher, one is a lawyer. One deals with actual children, one deals with children
Like adults.
who are grown up.
This is a salad, store-bought.
Bacon had it right. If they were cooked together, it would have ruined the bacon. The bacon was delicious. The bacon was absolutely fantastic. Cheers, Holly.
I'm telling you, HCB is fantastic.
Ooh, do I have a...
This is a sweet kale chopped kit with broccoli, green cabbage, kale, Brussels sprouts, pepitas, which are pumpkin seeds,
Of course.
radicchio, cranberries with poppy seed dressing.
Can I have a fork, my dear?
You don't have a fork?
Of course I don't have a fork. I'm a man with fingers and hands. I can eat it with fingers, I guess. This is some kind of a... This is a salad. This is the salad. Let's get to the good...
That's just a little tiny bit. I have a whole bowl.
Let's click on the main cam here so we can see the...
Now, you do have to actually eat the Brussels sprouts.
I'm not allowed to eat around it, apparently.
I want to see a clean bowl.
She wants... So I've got to get my face all the way in it and just eat it all the way down to the bottom and just come back up with a shiny face until she taps me on the head and tells me I'm done.
Good boy. Did you get to try any of them, Joseph?
All right, guys and girls. So I'm seeing sprouts and looks like kale and what's the dressing on this?
Poppy seed.
Poppy seed dressing. Okay. We're back. Come on. Oops. Guys, I'm hoping, I'm seeing that we're back. Everything says we're back. God damn it.
Here, I just shared my password with you. My phone was asking me if you wanted your password.
Show me that we're back. Come on.
I wonder if you're one of the IT members that we had. No, because you wouldn't have been logged on at that time. Joe went through the house the other day. Trying to figure out all the IPs that were on there.
Are we on? Are we back? It looks like we're back. We're back. Woo! All right. So as I was saying, I do not like these. My lovely wife has given me a delicious. Whoops! As I dropped my fork. She's given me a delicious salad. This is it. She has asked me to go face deep.
Eat it all.
And eat her salad.
Eat it.
She doesn't know what tosser salad means. Let me restart the stream so I can see it on my cam. There we go. Everybody who was watching is gone. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. Everybody who hung out, I appreciate it. This is it. All right, this is it. This is everything. I do not like Brussels sprouts, but I'm willing to try it. Here we go. She's watching me. This is where are we at? Both of us. This is me over here. That's her over there. That's Logic, by the way. Well, Logic wave. Say hi. He's 15.
Am I on screen?
Mm-hmm.
No, I was on screen right here.
I'm eating now.
Thank you.
Whole big old scoops of it. I'm even.
Yum.
Well, it's just I think you want
The dressing tastes good.
All these poppy seeds. Don't go take a drug test tomorrow.
Thanks, Big Tubish. You can never quit me. I can never quit you either, brother.
Wally's really big into this salad.
The dressing tastes really good.
I know.
Most of the green stuff in here tastes pretty good too. I'm eating it. Oh, look at that. There's a big old Brussels sprout right there.
Yeah, I chopped it up too.
Yeah.
You found it.
Shut up.
I didn't eat it.
I'm going to take that big old damn Brussels sprout. Oh.
And it's raw. That's pale.
Honey, they can hear you. You don't have to yell. You're hurting my ears. Would you make my eyes happy? I'm so damn smooth.
I don't like the dog.
There you go. That is a Brussels sprout on the end of my fork.
Yeah.
This is the moment of truth. Oh, it tastes like a Brussels sprout. I hate Brussels sprouts.
I love you.
I love my wife. Boy, that is possibly the worst thing I've eaten in my life. The dressing is really good. That dressing tastes really fantastic. And most of this tastes delicious. But that one bite with all that Brussels sprout, like everything else tasted pretty okay, but that one bite with all that Brussels sprout, it was like, oh my God. Maybe if you chop it up smaller and I don't know it's there, it probably tastes actually decent. Okay, so this one, if I'm rating them, this one is probably the number. Well, this is the better of the two, except for that one big damn chunk of Brussels sprouts.
Store-bought, man. Store-bought.
But to be completely fair, that bacon was really fantastic, as was the balsamic vinaigrette. Unfortunately, you poured it on Brussels sprouts. So it's like if you have a Rice Krispie treat with a Brussels sprout in the middle of it, Like the Rice Krispie treat tastes delicious until you get that part with the taste of Brussels sprouts. So here's some. Like, check this out. These are little bitty chunks of Brussels sprouts. You can see those? Little bitty chunks. There they are. See them? That's little bitty chunks. She just up like little teeny tiny chunks.
You sure that's not cabbage? There's also cabbage.
Found something I like slightly better than Brussels sprouts, but worse than cabbage. Like Brussels sprouts. Little teeny tiny pieces of Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts are baby cabbages.
They are baby cabbages. Okay. I ate all this cabbage. I'll keep the fork. All right, so that's dish number 2. Dish number 2 better than dish number 1 only because the Brussels sprouts are really teeny tiny. Except for that one piece of Brussels sprouts. It definitely tasted like Brussels sprouts, and it was just absolutely awful. Okay. So I just closed. I was having a problem with the chat, docked chat portal there. I just closed it. Hopefully, OBS won't crash on me again. Okay, so let's scan through chat real quick. Like, we're back. We're officially back. Let me look. There's only one person showing up in my live chat right now, and I think that's McTubis. I saw Moose Gal's in the house. Cheers, Moose Gal.
Honey, you gonna eat all these?
What is she showing me?
Oh.
Holy Jesus.
He's looking at me like, heck no.
Look at this.
Oh, look at that beautiful green.
Hang on, let's get it. Let's get the full cam on here.
Saute, the caramelization. And
It does look like it's fantastically prepared. I mean, look at that gorgeousness. That is full on America's Test Kitchen looking Brussels sprouts. That is fantastic. Look at that. Am I supposed to eat one of those?
I'm not going to make you eat the whole bowl, so I'm not going to waste it.
I've got a fork. I can eat 1 or 2 pieces. All right, so that looks, I don't know what the dish is. Can you explain what that dish is, my dear?
That is, I slice that bacon, cook it halfway.
You can just stand right over there. The camera's on you.
Actually, if you had the camera on earlier, everyone saw what I did. I cooked the bacon halfway.
Tip it towards the camera. There you go.
And then I pull the bacon out through the Brussels sprouts in.
She made TV in college, people.
Put like a quarter cup of water and then
She was a bona fide,
down with the lid on it.
certified weather girl for the news in college. She could tell you what was wet, what was dry, what was cold, and what was warm.
And flaccid on the flaccid bacon.
All over campus. Yes, she had a very famous commercial where she... McTube says a meal like this would cost $300 or more in a restaurant. I am sitting here being served by 2 beautiful, lovely ladies.
With
and one
garlic, pepper, and seasoning.
One weird kind of lurking dude standing over there by the wall. That is Logic. That is my oldest son. Logic. Yes, sir.
It's
What?
so expensive because someone's crazy enough to order that at the restaurant.
I would like the...
That's a $150 meal for Valentine's Day for less than $20.
I would like the Brussels sprout sampler, please. If you can you bring me a Brussels sprout sampler and maybe drill a hole in my hand, because that's also just fun.
For less than $20. And we're sitting there eating
Let's see here.
this would have cost us well over.
Welcome back, everybody who's dribbling back into chat. I appreciate you. I appreciate you returning. Can you afflict me with whatever this next dish is, please? I haven't had dinner yet. I actually am extremely hungry.
Braised. It is
There it is.
caramelized with sea salt,
That's how hungry I am. I'm
garlic,
eating Brussels
and
sprouts.
pepper, sauteed in bacon fat. And that's all it is.
All right.
All natural.
Y'all can hear my lovely wife yelling in
And
the background.
Bacon is uncured, so you don't have any preservatives.
All right. Uncured bacon. It is ill. This bacon is ill. It is illin'. All right. This is a full-on bite of this. Guys, gals, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages. This is a full-on bite of, looks like bacon and Brussels sprouts. It's everything you always wanted and more. plus Brussels sprouts. All right. My lovely wife is trying to take a picture because
My husband eating
she can't
Brussels
screen cap this
sprouts.
off of YouTube. All right. Here it is.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's going actually in my mouth. You can see this.
Eat it, eat it, eat it.
Oh.
I made my husband eat Brussels sprouts.
The bacon is good.
Thanks.
You gotta see my eyes with this.
Can you another one?
This is not good. The bacon's good. It definitely tastes roasted or braised, whatever you did.
It is caramelized on the stovetop.
God, I love you.
Green.
You know I love you.
Love me
Look at this
so
beautiful
much.
green. Look at how
Look at
gorgeous
that beautiful
the
green
coloring
it
is on this. Look at that. How gorgeous the coloring is. That is a deep, look at this. That is a deep, dark green on the sprout edge there. Ugh. I mean, it's definitely Brussels sprouts. This is a piece of bacon right here. This is a full-on Brussels sprout.
Your wife is loving this.
Cleanse the palate a little bit with my special reserve. Best part of the night, actually, is drinking the special reserve on my second glass. And here it is. Actually, the best part of the night is the company. I'm not gonna lie. These people are fun. I like these people. Oh God, that is dreadful. I'm gonna pick out the bacon though. Pick out the bacon. I'm gonna pick out the bacon. I'm gonna have one more. I'm gonna have one more bite because I'm a grown up and I'm hungry. But I've had enough of that. Everything but one. No, I'm not gonna eat that one. No.
My dinner is Brussels sprouts.
All right, guys, that was not.
You ate
good.
all the. No, you didn't even eat all the bacon.
That was not good.
Look at that. That was not good.
It was not good. It tastes. That was definite 3 of 3 right now. And I will. I can tell you this much. I can tell you this much. The braised, the roast, whatever. What'd you do? Braised it?
I don't know what you would call it.
Anyway.
I fried it in bacon
It tasted
fat.
it was fried in bacon fat.
Okay, I sauteed it.
Sauteed it in bacon fat.
Mm-hmm.
It tasted better than. I mean, I could see how that improved the taste, but man, it tasted like cooked Brussels sprouts.
They were cooked.
That was
sprouts.
Joseph. Logic. Open up that box of cookies and bring me 2. That was
very, very.
I deserve a cookie for that. That was extremely Brussels sprouty. Texas Gamer Chick, welcome to the party. So
she missed all the tasting. We'll have to do it again.
Nope. She can rewind the videotape. She can rewind the video. So while we're waiting on the next dish.
That's it.
That's it? That's all 3?
We have 3.
Oh, fantastic. I survived. I fucking survived.
Yeah. Like I said.
All right, well, I need something. All right, so I need to actually eat.
We gotta make sure you have to do it.
My dear, all right, so I have to eat dinner. I have to eat something for dinner. Can you bring me a bowl of number... I was going to say bring me a bowl of number 2, but that's not what I want.
Number 2?
But also, how appropriate is that for me to ask for number 2 when we're eating Brussels sprouts because poop is better? No.
You didn't get that joke, did you?
No, I got it.
You just got the joke.
Yeah.
Would you
No, I got it at first, but it was better when you
Guys,
said it, like, straight.
Hang on 1 second. I need to explain to my son one thing real quick.
I got it. I was
Joseph, the microphone can hear you. You don't have to yell. You're hurting everyone's ears. There's 2s and 2s of people watching right now who are deaf because of you.
I think I'd pick the Brussels sprouts out if you'd like some more.
It's like 2s.
It's like a prime number?
And 2s and 1.
Lisa has joined me here to my right. Lisa, that was a fantastic dish. You did a good job with the maple bacon balsamic vinaigrette
It was a
glaze, but I'm not gonna lie, it tasted like Brussels sprouts with bacon and this with the poppy seed. It was a store-bought salad. The poppy seed dressing. It covers up a lot of the taste of the Brussels sprout, and this is tolerable.
I think I could sell the Brussels sprout out for you.
Oh, that's even better. This will be good without sprouts.
I'm not wasting it on you.
Right.
This is actually good now without sprouts in it.
Kind of like when I make pepper meals and I don't waste the peppers on you.
But this is the best way to eat Brussels sprouts. You take all the Brussels sprouts and throw them in the trash, and then you get a cookie. Lisa just stole my fucking cookie.
Cool?
My lovely wife is stepping out.
I'm gonna be here, but I'm just gonna be on the other side.
You'll probably hear them yelling in the background because they think they have to yell for some reason. This house isn't that big. We can hear them literally all over the house. But they all think they have to yell. I don't understand it. And then when you throw in a camera and a microphone and they're like, ah, rah, 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 rah. I don't understand it. I really don't. Lisa, do you understand it? I don't understand it. Nobody understands it. All right. Let me put the microphone in between us. What time is it?
No, I mean, my cats don't yell.
Shit, we're only halfway through the entire show.
I have bad news. I don't have Unhinged this week. I didn't bring my computer.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Let me adjust the camera here. There we go. You can see we're literally in my kitchen nook right now. This is my kitchen table. Normally I'm in the pandemic studio, which is
So what?
40 feet over there. The Old Humble Pandemic Studio. That was the video broadcasting studio that I set up. Well, I don't want to say set up. Yeah, actually, the first shows that we broadcast were through here on the back patio, literally right through this window on the back patio in front of our fire pit. It was the Old Humble Quarantine Cocktail Happy Hour, where me and my lovely wife sat out there, had a couple of cocktails, and talked about the trips that we weren't taking anymore. It was a travel show. Travel and whiskey is what it was. I do not recommend people going back into the archives and looking at those videos because they were bad. But, at the beginning of the pandemic, what the hell is that? Holy crap, this looks like a scorpion. Look at this thing. It's like, rah, it's got those claws and everything. Look at rah.
It was a Brussels sprout.
That was a fucking Brussels sprout. Jesus Christ. I'm not going to spit it out, but man, I really was. That was not good. Oh, there's a lot of Brussels sprouts. Oh. I might swallow. I'm not throwing up. I'm a grown up.
It was a Brussels sprout out of the salad.
Yeah. Eesh. Ugh. That was a landmine sprout. See, now I'm wary and I'm picking through it, trying to find food that's probably a sprout there too.
It's like walking through the backyard after dogs been let out.
Okay. It is an hour past when my son should be in bed right now. Because he's got to get up and go to school in the morning. And we're kind of we're dictators when it comes to bedtime.
Then why isn't he in bed?
Because I'm on a TV show and I can't beat him in front of people on the internet.
Joe, I'm not that kind of attorney.
She likes to say she's not that kind of attorney. All right, so speaking of not that kind of attorney. I just started a poll on our community tab earlier today. The poll that I started Like the weather's been bad. It was bad timing for the 500 subscriber special. The weather's been kind of bad and up and down and a little bit unpredictable. So here's the thing. I haven't recorded the 500 subscriber special. We're 535 subscribers in. I'm preparing for the 550 subscriber whiskey giveaway. I can do one of two things when it comes to our 500 subscriber special that is long overdue. I can either wait for the weather to break and go out there and spend a night in the cemetery.
See, you haven't done it yet.
I have not done it yet. But see, here's the thing. It's not really a stunt to spend the night in a haunted cemetery when you know it's not a haunted cemetery.
Because you talked to the city council.
For the purposes of this conversation, yes. But see, it's not really a stunt. If you like, if you believe in ghosts or haunted whatever, then it's a stunt because you're like, oh no, maybe a ghost will eat me or whatever ghosts do. Maybe it's one of the sex ghosts. That'd be kind of cool. Well, it turns out it's just Janet from the neighborhood, and you're like, oh, I was sexed by a ghost, and then you end up with like syphilis or something like that because it's just really Janet. Or Janice, or whatever her name is. You could have opened it over there.
Well, I didn't know it was going to be so difficult to...
Jesus.
Cookies.
Go.
Cookies.
Go. Bye.
Good night. Love you.
Love you, good night. See you in the morning. Sweet dreams. Hope that snake doesn't get you. I hit a snake in his room. Anyway. That's like saying, I'm going to go swim in these shark-infested waters when you know good and damn well there's no sharks in the water. It's not really a stunt. There's no stakes to it. There's no tension. There's no nothing involved. It's just like, I'm going to do this dumb thing. I'm basically going to be recording a camping trip. Seems kind of dumb. Or the alternative is I could do something more explosive, significantly more dangerous, actually more fun, certainly louder. But because the distillery's in the county, there's like no laws, so it doesn't matter. I don't even need an attorney to get me out of trouble because I won't be breaking any real laws.
What kind of explosive?
Nothing. I'll tell you about it after. So the poll is there in our community tab. I can record my camping trip, 6 or 8 hours of camping on public-private property. It's a park. A city property. It's a park. Probably no camping allowed. Or I could do something significantly more dangerous and explosive. Because I know people. I know people who can definitely hook me up with things that go boom. So, whatever the poll comes back and tells me, something more explosive or the camping trip with the fake ghosts that don't exist. I'm here's another Brussels sprout right there. She says she picked them out, but she definitely did not. I'll eat it. I'm hungry. God damn, that's how hungry I am. So that's what I need to know from y'all. What do y'all want to see for a 500 subscriber special? God, a little piece of it got stuck in my throat. It's like the Revenge of the Sprout. What do y'all want to see? Do you want to see the camping trip? There's no ghost there. I mean, there could be. I don't know. I mean, there might be some kind of light that shows up over a grave that wanders across. I don't know. All the videos that I've seen of people at that, ghost hunters. Hell, every video that I've seen of ghost hunters has been complete bullshit. Even ghost hunters who are convinced that they found ghosts, it's complete bullshit. But at this cemetery in particular, people have gone there and like, I feel it's like weird, and yeah, it's weird, but it's not like a ghost. So that's what I want to know. Ghosts like to poop on people. Wait, what? Ting Ting, I need to know more context. How do you figure ghosts like to poop on people? Um, um, explosive isn't fireworks, it will not be biologically explosive. I don't want to get into too many details because if I get a hold of the things that I get a hold of, they won't. There are laws in the state of Texas with regards to purchasing fireworks. I gotta speak softly because Lisa's right there. There are laws in the state of Texas with regarding fireworks. And if I get a hold of them outside of a certain window, if I pay for them outside of a certain window of time, I will not exactly be abiding by the laws of the land. But if I get them given to me outside of a certain, yeah, so that's how cruise ships are made. And that's really exciting. That's the
So I'm gonna do some legal research right now.
busted, guys. Anyway, so the idea, I guess cat's out of the bag. I can talk about it now. The idea would be to launch off 500 fireworks for 500 subscribers. And you know, we're in the county. We're on a deserted road. Hang on a second. What was that?
And pick off everyone around.
There's nobody that lives in the neighborhood where we are at. It is a deserted road between two major roads. There's two neighborhoods on either side. We can get away with literally anything. Nobody's going to find the bodies. I swear to God, nobody finds the bodies. Anyway, the idea would be to launch off 500 fireworks. And for our 600 subscriber special, I do the same thing, 600 fireworks. 700 fireworks for 700 subscribers. We'll go every 100 subscribers. We're going to launch off fireworks. So I know people who own fireworks stands. I can get a hold of the fireworks. If they give them to me outside of a certain window, I can receive them, but I can't buy them. But inside of a certain window, like I think it's 2 weeks before July 4th and 2 weeks before January 1st, I can buy them. I can actually pay money for them. So, you know, I can acquire the fireworks and then pay for them, or I can acquire the fireworks and gift them something else for promotional considerations maybe or something. I don't know. There's ways to plan this out, is what I'm saying. So the question becomes, oh God, there's so many Brussels sprouts in this. Every time I pick it up, I find more Brussels sprouts. Anyway, do I have the type that will make a mortar hole? I think if you put them inside of somebody, they will make a mortar hole.
You cannot put fireworks inside of somebody.
That shows what she knows.
You may not put fireworks inside of someone.
So the 500 subscriber special is either going to be a night in a haunted cemetery, or the idea, of course, was the night in the haunted cemetery was going to come before Halloween, but it didn't happen that way. We ended up popping 500 right in December sometime, I think. I'm eating salad because I'm a grown up. Grown-ups eat salad, apparently. Or a mortar aerial array of fireworks, 500 launching up into the sky. The ones I'm researching go off for like 30 seconds, and it's like 25 shots. So I'd need 25 shots to do 500. I'd need 20 of them. And at 30 seconds each, it would be like 10 minutes worth of fireworks. But I'd link them up so they'd all be going off simultaneously. It'd probably be a good solid 2.5 minute fireworks display. Because, you know, it would take time to go down the links with the firing cable. I think that'd be a fun show. We'd do it live from the distillery. Anyway, y'all tell me. You go into the community tab, vote on the poll. Tell me what I need to do. Tell me what you would rather see. If you want to see a show live from the cemetery with fake ghosts that don't exist, Cool. I mean, I can make a very cool, interesting, fun camping show. Show you what I cook at night when I go camping. Being, of course, respectful to the environment because it is a cemetery where people are laid to rest eternally. Hopefully, eternally. I mean, that's how it works, right? Still, I mean, medical. Cat. My cat wants to be on the show. I don't know if y'all can hear him. What is he doing? God, he's annoying. He's very loud. He has a very loud voice. The mortar hole. See, the thing about the mortar shots is it's one mortar, it's one shot per wick and one tube per mortar. So I would need literally 500 of them. And it's not active. That's my lovely wife. Everybody say hi to my lovely. Cheers to the chefs, by the way. This was a fantastic, fun event. Bravo to you, Lisa. Thank you for your assistance and effort in coming to all the way out here to.
I don't have a whole lot going on right now, so.
I'm over here talking about launching off fireworks, and she's over here researching how to keep me out of jail.
Is that your computer or my computer? Oh, that's mine.
It's quite funny. It's like, I'm pretty sure he can't do this. How can I ruin his fun this time? If you get caught, you're going to go to jail for 3 years and have to pay a $500 fine. Y'all are both my wonderful, loving.
He called me Captain Killjoy. Oh, that's totally me.
I prefer the term radar detectors, but you know, Captain Killjoy works the same. Bill Burr did a bit where he described women as radar detectors, where you're talking, where you're having fun, and then all of a sudden, meh, 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 because you have to slow down and stop because that's what radar detectors do. Bill Burr cracks me up. I'd love to get him on the show, but I can't get him on the show if this thing's going to shit the bed every time I turn it on. That's a whole bunch of Brussels sprouts in that. Can y'all see that? Yeah, you thought you did.
Are you sure it's not kale or just cabbage?
It might be cabbage, but it tastes like poop. With a really good dressing on it. Oh. Anyway. Ting Ting says cheers to you, Lisa, and the lovely old Mrs. Old Humble Guy. Cheers. The lovely Mrs. Old Humble Guy over there.
You're an old humble guy.
You're the Mrs. Old Humble Guy. You're the Old Humble Lady. All right, come over here. There, that's her glass. The camera on my laptop is very confined. I don't know. No, don't turn it around. Because I was going to say you could turn around a good camera.
That may be what's causing the lag.
That's not what's causing it. There's an audio conflict between the two, but I've turned that audio off. The lag was a 100% YouTube lag. It was a 100% YouTube error. YouTube had a problem connecting to the OBS stream. That's what happened. It was not my internet. My internet is fine. My computer is fine. OBS was running fine. I got an error, and the error was 100% YouTube. Because I have become quite the expert at diagnosing this shit. My Vlogentine series, I canceled that after 8 episodes. And I deleted all of the previous episodes of it. But because it was nobody was watching, it didn't matter. It was great advice. It was fantastic advice about how to maintain a relationship. Because clearly I know how to maintain relationships because I have not one but 2 women in my kitchen.
You ever had that hibiscus?
Get this out of your face's way there.
My favorite is the limoncello, and yes, I've had the hibiscus.
So those are the limoncello. I know what that is. What's the hibiscus?
It's a liqueur. It's
Bring it over here.
Water. I don't have any.
She says liqueur, but it's liqueur.
No, it's LaCroix. It's the
LaCroix.
water.
It's the sparkling water. Ugh.
If I pronounce it in French, it's LaCroix.
That's dreadful. That LaCroix crap is just the worst.
I have this. I love it. I drank a limoncello one
Ting Ting confirms that they are
sparkling water on the way over here.
Let me see that. Bring it here. These actually make quite nice cocktails.
Yes, they do.
I'm not gonna lie. When we were at the River Revival last year, we had these. We didn't have these. We had HEB sparkling seltzers or something like that. They were flavored seltzer waters, and we were mixing. Excuse me, peach seltzers and blackberry seltzers and raspberry seltzers. It was just sparkling water, whatever it was. No, it was HEB. It was not Waterloo. It was HEB. And we were mixing those, a shot of Old Humble, and a couple of shots of that of that sparkling water stuff. Whatever, what do they call it? Seltzer water. On the rocks. It was a fantastic drink. The temperature was somewhere in the high 80s, low 90s. We were on the river. We were drinking these cocktails, and they were absolutely over the moon fantastic. We got in trouble because we did not stop our party when we were supposed to. We kept going until about 3:30 in the morning, and they came and took all of our bottles of whiskey away from us. And like that was going to stop the party. It did not stop the party. We went up to our Old Humble tent and continued the party to the wee hours of the dawn. And when you're 40-something, that's normally a bad idea. But oddly enough, at the River Revival, that's not a bad idea. It's like partying in New Orleans. You know, you go all night long and you wake up, or you don't wake up. You go home at dawn, and you just go get some beignets and keep going. And it works out great. You never have a hangover because you're never not drunk.
Huh. I do not have this experience.
She goes to New Orleans for the museums. It's just a waste of a great city. I swear.
The cathedral is really pretty.
Mm-hmm. They have a vendor out front that sells hurricanes. And Damien, right around the corner from that from the vendor who sells the hurricanes is Damien, and you can get all the weed. That was a sigh. That was another big old chunk of Brussels sprout too. Ugh. The salad was okay.
I may eat all of your cookies before I leave.
You might. The salad was okay. Okay, so post-mortem on the 3 dishes. The salad was okay. But only okay. The poppy seed dressing made the salad happen. That was good. The braised, no, the sautéed onion and bacon and Brussels sprouts was a clear number 3 because it tasted like sautéed Brussels sprouts. I mean, they were clearly Brussels sprouts.
So that was
Lisa's
the one that Melissa made.
Right, that was my lovely wife. The one that she handmade from scratch. She went out and grew the Brussels sprouts, birthed them from her own womb, if you will.
So Joe is probably sleeping on the sofa tonight.
Lisa made a maple bacon, balsamic vinaigrette glazed, roasted Brussels sprout dish that did not taste entirely like shit. The bacon was fantastic. The balsamic glaze was great. Unfortunately, it was put on Brussels sprouts, which, you know, brings everything down a notch. I can honestly say that y'all did a great job preparing the dishes. It's just unfortunate that they were Brussels sprouts. The medium you were working with was just not conducive to making good dishes. And it was just the whole Brussels sproutiness of the Brussels sprouts. They just tasted like Brussels sprouts.
Maybe we can do something like chocolate chip cookies.
Maybe you can candy. Is there a way to candy Brussels sprouts? Can you candy them? Can you like roll them in that
I would think so.
bitter sugar stuff like you have with the the sour worms, the gummy worms, the sour worms? Can you roll them in that and make it not taste like Brussels sprouts? Is there a way? What I'm asking is there a way to replace the Brussels sprouts with something that tastes good? Because they do not taste good. They just don't. There we go. Maple candied and caramelized Brussels sprouts. There you go. Candied bacon wrapped Brussels sprouts. That's
Which is all very similar to what I made.
very, yeah. I mean, except I presume if you're candying them, the candy actually gets into the sprout itself and infuses it with the.
Well,
as opposed to having the the glaze on top, and they taste like Brussels sprouts with glaze.
I would think that like a sugar reduction.
Yeah.
Like going beyond simple syrup would be.
Cranberries, that's fantastic.
The cranberries.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
They're a great band.
That's true. Yes, they are.
So what I'm thinking is artificial Brussels sprouts, where you like take a melon baller and you cut out little circles, little balls of apple, and you say that they're Brussels sprouts. And then you eat those and you're like, look, I'm eating Brussels sprouts. But they're really not because it's really apples. But you only eat them and let everybody else eat the Brussels sprouts. And then you're like, 900 IQs. That was a look of intense skepticism. All right. Okay, so what else we got to talk about? What else we got going on? Anything?
Well,
or is it pretty much time to wind this down and close?
It's only 10:24.
I do not have a topic for next week's show yet.
Well, next week I may or may not be here because I will be at Knott's Berry Farm in Anaheim riding roller coasters.
Anaheim, California.
Yes.
Yes.
Riding roller coasters and eating pie. And then I'll go to Disneyland that weekend.
Ting Ting says I should have put them in a blender and drank them.
Who is Joe Brandon?
She thinks that's the president. Calm down. Like, I'm going to have to hold her back, Ting Ting. Relax. I'll just have chat with the one screen with both cameras. There, you see, the test kitchen has gone quiet. Y'all did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
Considering I thrust you into this activity. Not last minute. I mean, we've been talking about this
for we've been talking about this
and months.
Several weeks. Maybe months.
At least for a while. November? Did we talk about this in November?
I was thinking November.
Yeah, because I think it was going to be the week before Thanksgiving.
It was before Thanksgiving.
There we go. My radar detector says it was before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We were supposed to do it that week.
She's going to murder me
I
in my
had to
sleep
go to
one day.
College Station.
When Lisa has to go somewhere, it's usually voluntarily. Did I say that out loud?
That
Anyway.
was for work.
Yeah, sure. Work.
Which I'm not doing anymore.
Right. They you can still work when Craigslist is no longer doing a. Never mind. She's gonna stab me in my sleep, and my lovely wife is gonna let her when I talk shit like that. But what I've been doing.
Yeah, your lovely wife is gonna let me use one of her knives.
What I have been doing, so I've started doing our whiskey happy hours on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays. This being the big show.
What are you doing on Tuesdays and Wednesdays?
So it's mostly a topical talk.
With whom?
Me and the chat. We talk. So here's the idea.
What?
Well, calm down. I'll explain. Jesus, you can't get a word in edgewise with these attorneys. So the idea.
Why am I not involved? I mean, I have free time.
Well, because we start on time, and it's only an hour. Thank you. That's also why I wear a hat. So here's the idea. So here's the idea.
I'm
Let me
on time.
explain. Let me explain the idea.
No.
The concept.
I'm on time to the live stream.
She's not.
Not so. What? Yes, I am.
She's not. She shows up 5 minutes late. At least 5 minutes late.
No.
Sometimes an hour. And sometimes she shows up and she's in her car or she's at the bar or whatever. Sorry I'm late and I got here whenever I wanted to.
Dating is hard.
I thoroughly enjoy hanging out. It is fun. But here's what we're doing on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. The idea of the show came because I was looking at the analytics of shows that we've done in the past. Because I'm on this quest for 100,000 views, which is going quite well. I might add.
The views are increasing.
There's a lot of bad advice in the YouTube world about how to gain new viewers and more views. But I was looking at the channel, and the explicit goal is 100,000 views by the end of the year. But the reality is, it doesn't have to be 100,000. The real number is more. But that more is not a specific number, obviously. More is an amorphous figure. It could be one more, and it doesn't really count. But if I'm going to have guests on the show, if I'm going to have bands at the distillery, if I'm going to have people coming into the shop, I don't want, if it's just me doing a show, acting like a dumbass, playing a game or whatever, I don't give a shit if anybody watches. Exactly. When we do trivia nights and stuff like that. I don't care if nobody watches. It's just me. But if I have a guest come in, if Lisa comes in, if my lovely wife comes on the show, I want a guest to actually get views and be seen and their art to be expounded upon and shared with the public. That's the whole point. No, she's my co-host. But if you were painting something or whatever, if there was some art, if we're doing a day in the life, or like a show like this, when y'all are like showing off your skills, with skills with a Z, I might add.
Mad skills.
I want people to see this stuff. I don't want these shows to just go into the internet and be like forgotten forever. If we get Koo Agenti or Slade Ham or Bill Burr or Jerry Long, God dang it, Jerry Wayne Longmire. If we get any of these guys into the distillery doing their sets, I want those sets to be seen. If we have Ryan Adam Wells or
fantastic.
He is fantastic, or J.B. Zay or Jim Cook or any of these bands that we get to come into the distillery, if we live stream these bands, I want people to see them. So this quest for 100,000 views that we're doing twice a week is an effort for me to learn how to do better at getting people to see the videos. And in a perfect world, ideally speaking, if we do better at people seeing the videos and then we make better videos, then we'll get more subscribers and blah, 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 all the other stuff that shows you have a successful channel. But most importantly is when we have guests come in, just like if you have a guest come into your house, you don't want to have a dirty bathroom. When we have a guest come onto our stream, we want the stream to be useful to our guests. So
Joe's guest bathroom is perpetually dirty.
It's the
blame Lefty.
It is the 10-year-old's bathroom. It is not our guest bathroom. We have.
But it's the one downstairs.
It is the one downstairs. He should use the one upstairs, but he uses the one downstairs because he's 10. And when I say he uses the one downstairs, he uses the entire bathroom downstairs. The entire. And it is.
Room.
It is hard to imagine because he's a boy and they have a directional nozzle to send the pee into a particular direction. But somehow he works it like a garden sprinkler. I guess he lays on his back, then it just sprays up in the air like one of those wacky garden sprinkler things that the kids play with in the backyard. So Bravo to him, I guess.
So
I'm going to take the seat off the toilet eventually because he only uses it to aim.
he doesn't aim.
He hits the seat.
He doesn't aim.
He clearly hits the seat.
That
Anyway.
is not aiming.
Anyway, that's the whole point of our 100,000 subscriber or 100,000 views goal. Is I'm going to take the advice of people on the YouTubes. And most of the primary advice for getting more views is better thumbnails, better descriptions, keywords. And I'm already seeing the results of that. And we're going to talk about that on Monday or Tuesday, whenever the next show is scheduled. I can't remember. I get a notification on my phone, like, by the way, and then I have to go and like do all this stuff. But most of this stuff is pre-set up anyway, so it doesn't matter. My schedule is almost entirely laid out before me, but I get reminded of it because I'm in charge of my schedule, but I don't remember it. My schedule tells me what I have to do. And it's a very good system that I've worked out. A very, very good system.
I have a color-coded paper planner.
Yeah, I pretty much just grip it and rip it. We are very different people. And oddly enough, I'm on time for my shows. And she, with her color-coded planner, gets here whenever she wants to. It's fine. But today she was early, which was awesome.
I have learned that this is actually due to my optimism.
Can I have that bottle?
I suppose. No.
I'll just take all my cookies back then. So it's due to your optimism?
Yeah.
Of what?
Of how long it takes me to get somewhere.
It's due to her not really giving a shit.
It is not.
Besides, nobody starts watching until 9:30 anyway.
You know what? The show doesn't start until Tuna shows up.
That's true. And I don't see Tuna in the chat.
Tuna hasn't been on here tonight.
Oh, I
Very
give Tuna
sad.
shit. I saw Tuna earlier today when I was doing my 100,000 subscriber or 100,000 view recap of the week. But he's all like, I've been there. I'm fine. Thanks, Tuna. Or maybe it was last night. I can't remember. But I do know that my next... okay, so all of that diversion, back to the point, was the point being, part of this 100,000 subscriber or 100,000 views push was looking back at the data from my previous shows and finding out what works and what doesn't. And what doesn't work is my pre-recorded show. I'm very bad at uploading pre-recorded shows because nobody watches my pre-recorded shows. And I don't know why I'm looking at the light and not the camera. So part of the problem with the pre-recorded shows is bad thumbnails, bad descriptions, bad keywords. But also part of it is just the shows are kind of bad. They're not really good. And I get that because I look at the viewer retention, they just kind of go down to the end. Mostly quality.
I'm just saying.
Because it includes the ones you were on, dear.
If. See what I mean? Which dear?
No. You're the only one brave enough or dumb enough to join me on these shows.
If you did.
Hey, my sweet,
planning.
will you hand me that bottle of whiskey?
Love you too.
Because she took my bottle of whiskey and took it away from me because she's terrible.
Because I wouldn't hand it to him.
I kind of snapped at her. I deserved it.
Yeah. As if he was demanding.
He is demanding.
No.
I am demand. You're right. My lovely wife gets it. Anyway, she's going to stab me in my sleep. So here's what I learned.
With one of his wife's knives.
Maybe I'll just let Wally stay in the bed all night. You had to pick him up and take him off last night, didn't you?
No, he stayed in bed all night until the cat wanted out. He heard the cat. He heard the cat outside, and he woke me up at 3. He woke me up at 3 because the cat woke me up at 3.
Poor dog can't jump up on the bed.
You told me about that.
Sorry.
Because of course,
Took
the
over.
new
I'm just going to turn the
beautiful
camera on my
bamboo
ladies
floor
here.
that your sons and your husband installed.
I can't turn the camera far enough.
Slippery. So I built up Tupperware boxes for him to stand on to jump up. Then he gets too scared to jump down and he's stuck.
I could turn the good camera around on us, but I'm not.
Bye-bye.
Love you, my dear. You going to bed? She can't watch TV because I'm in the kitchen. She can't watch TV. But she'd only watch Korean TV shows anyway, so it doesn't really matter. She can hear me.
Oh.
Watching a what?
Italian. Oh, Thai.
So it's Thai.
I graduated.
Nonsense. Anyway, so what I found out on, going through this data, going through the information, I found out that our live streams work better. There's 3 specific types. There's the day in the life. There's the a day in the life live streams, which are only me. There's the happy hour live streams, which are occasionally both of us, mostly both of us, some of us. Well, let's see. There's been 25 with both of us. There's been 100 with just me. But the ones with both of us are performing just as fine. So we're doing a great job. We make a great team.
Him were largely before April
of
2021.
We make a very good team.
We do.
Yes. And then the third one.
A lot to the table.
The third one is our live music, and most of the views for the live music was our Memorial Day show in 2020, which, spoiler alert, terrible show. Because it was like a month after I started uploading videos. It was really bad. But we got a lot of viewers because there was a couple of really great bands that watched while the bands were live. Swimwear Department, Chad Cook Band, Ryan Adam Wells, all 3 of those guys. Great. Pulled huge crowds, virtually, online. So, what I decided was, if live streams work, I'm going to make more of them. So I started doing Tuesday night, Wednesday night live streams, and it's literally what you would expect if you went into a bar, you grabbed a drink, you sat down, and you looked at the guy next to you, and you went, "So, have you seen whatever in the news?" And you talk about whatever the current topic is, or some other topic that's been on your mind. The first one I did, the trolley problem, that had been a topic that had been on my mind since I did my Karma episode. The week before, when you decided you didn't want to come on the show because you were like, whatever.
I found out I was unemployed that day.
I'm giving her all the shit right now. This is so much easier to give her shit when she's on StreamYard half a city away. Oh, goodness gracious. But this is how much I'll ever have absolutely no problem saying this shit in front of her. I've got nothing but love.
I have not physically assaulted him.
That shows how much she is tolerant of me as well. So the trolley problem was an extension of the conversation that I had on our happy hour a couple of weeks prior. And then after the trolley problem, last night was looking into the origins of the flat Earth theory. And it's a topic that I have been often curious about, but reluctant to dig into, because every time you look up anything on flat Earth, it just wrecks your search history, it wrecks your cookies, it wrecks your homepage, it wrecks absolutely everything, because you're like, I'm curious about the origins of flat Earth. And the algorithm is like, oh, also, by the way, JFK Jr. is still alive. You want to know how? And the Rothschilds control your bank. You want to know how? And also, and you're like, shut up. I was just curious on an academic level of where this stupid theory came from. I don't agree with it. I don't like, everybody knows the Earth is it's not perfectly round globe, but it's a round globe. And if it were scaled down to the size of a cue ball, it would be smoother than a cue ball. That's a fact. But I was curious where this dumb shit started. And it turns out this
pre-Galileo.
Well, no, the flat Earth theory, the modern origins of the flat Earth theory has its roots in late 1800s, early 1900s, when a scientist did a bad experiment and came up with a flawed result, and wrote a book. Not unlike the anti-vax bullshit, where a bad scientist did a flawed experiment and came back with bad results and wrote a book, and people were like, oh my God, but at least that bad scientist with the flawed results came back after the fact. That actually that's not correct at all.
After he had been shamed.
Yes, after he had been thoroughly shamed. But this guy went to his grave with like flat Earth Society bullshit. And it got picked up again in the early 2000s and resurrected again in like 2008, 2009, something like that. And then it expanded more because of the internet and the algorithms and all that other shit. But it was a fascinating dive, and almost all of that research was done in incognito mode, so that I would not have my homepage thoroughly wrecked. Make no mistake, the Earth is round, and this is the best. I even offered 3 distinct techniques for debating people who believed in the flat Earth. You ready for this?
Okay.
Here are your 3 techniques.
Okay.
Number 1, 2, and 3. Number 1 and 3 don't matter. You don't talk to these people. You tell them to fuck off. It is not a debate. It's like debating whether or not 2 plus 2 equals 95. It is not a debate to be had. Do not have that conversation. If they sit down next to you at a bar and say, oh, so the Earth is flat, you take your drink and you leave. And if they follow you, that means they were joking. If they don't follow you, that means they were serious and you dodged a nice bullet. That's how it's done. There's no debate to be had. It's not a debate. It is nonsense. So that's your recap of last night. Next week, I have a couple of topics teed up. If you're not going to be here Thursday, I'll have another one teed up. I'm not sure what I'll do. But I've got trickle-down theory to discuss. I've got...
economics?
Yeah, economics.
Ooh.
I've got post-apocalyptic society. I've got political structures, which, different isms. Capitalism, socialism, communism, all the isms, and how they're different, and how you get from one to the other, and why some of them aren't to the other, but why you do have to worry about some. I've got those teed up and kind of in the hopper. I've got a notebook full of good solid 1-hour conversations, and we get into the chat and we talk, and that's kind of what our whiskey happy hours are all about. It's what you do at a bar. It's what we do. The Old Humble Distilling Company makes happy hours. Great people, better stories.
Oh, speaking of better stories.
Butter stories. Let me tell you about margarine.
Better
yeah,
stories.
Okay.
Nice try.
Fine.
I went to the Moth
That's right.
Story Slam.
That's right.
Here in Houston.
Over at the Warehouse Live.
Exactly.
Yes.
For the first. Reconnection successful.
Yes. And I think we reconnected. Love you. My loving wife is going to bed now. Okay, so I think we're good. Okay, carry on. We're almost, I think we may still be frozen. We're not quite. Let me get live. Are we good? I think we're good. Hi. We're good? We're good. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Okay, Moth story.
So, I went to the Moth Story Slam here in Houston for the very first time. A friend of mine had been asking me if I wanted to go several times, and I just couldn't make my schedule work. But since I recently acquired a lot of free time, I went, and I had, when she asked me to do this the week before, when she asked me to just go with her, to just go and watch, I asked her, so what does it take to get up and tell a story? She was like, oh, you just go and sign up, and they throw your name into a hat.
Yeah.
And
it's like a tragedy open mic.
Sometimes they're funny. Mine was both. So the theme for February is always love hurts.
Mm-hmm.
And I was filling out the paperwork and reading the terms and conditions, and found out that they have the copyright on the recording, but they don't have the copyright on the underlying story. So I'm filling out this paperwork, and the guy who is manning the table says, this is our biggest show of the year. We've been doing this since 2013. This is always the most well-attended show. And there have only been 3 people who have signed a dead boyfriend, went through a second divorce, and then, circled back around and said, yeah, that dead boyfriend, I didn't kill him. So don't worry. That got a few chuckles. But anyway, it was a really cool experience. And I had an outline in my head, and that just kind of like went out the window when I got up there. But it was really neat. There were 3 teams of audience judging, and I tied for 3rd.
Nice.
Yes. So.
Very good. Very exciting.
Thank you. And I really enjoyed the experience. It's a good entree into creative writing again.
It's extremely hard to get up in front of a crowd and tell people. It's hard to get up in front of a crowd and tell them things in general. But I find it easier to get in front of a crowd and tell them deeply personal, intimate things than it is to tell deeply personal, intimate things to people who know you. Because if you're telling a bunch of strangers, they'll never see you again. You can be anonymous on stage, even if you're in front of a whole crowd. You're anonymous, and you leave, and you're still anonymous, unless you do it so well you become famous.
So yeah, there were a lot of people who came up to me for the rest of the night.
Anybody ask you for your number?
No. Yes, I know.
Shock.
No,
Telling them about all the bodies you've left in your wake,
right?
Relationships past, and they're like, "So what's your number?"
No, but
that's not a lead on your Match profile, is it? Keep it out of.
I don't have a Match profile. Okay. So just the Bumble, eHarmony, Hinge, and Facebook dating. So no, a lot of people came up to me after I told the story, during intermission and then after the show, and thanked me for telling my story and told me it was really good, and thanked me for my vulnerability, and said they were sorry that I'd been through so much, and it was just really, it was very kind of those people, and I hope that by telling my story that it helps someone.
See, none of these people know what you're talking about.
Okay, so my second husband was an alcoholic, and I didn't find out until about 2 months into our marriage because we had known each other for 25 years, but dated long distance.
He was very good at keeping that under wraps.
He was very good. So the friends he'd had since college that he worked with since college did not know. And his family said they didn't know, but I think at least one family member figured it out.
Yeah, I'm sure they had to have known on some level. Even if it was merely suspected.
So.
Yeah.
But anyway, I moved from Houston, left a job that I really, really loved, and didn't really know that many people in the Dallas area, and I was stuck with, a husband who, eventually, about 2 months in, figured out was an alcoholic.
Right.
Could not figure out why he didn't want to have sex for the first 6 weeks. I just stopped trying.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was kind of hard.
The opposite of hard, actually.
Right.
He was, yeah, that was a very interesting period to know you, because the conversations were always interesting. When I call, say, how's it going? You're like, well, like, oh shit. Hang on, girlfriend. Let me pour myself a drink. You pour yourself a drink. Let's talk. She's like, I don't have anything in the house right now. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll pour a tea. How's that? You're like, yeah, let's have a tea.
Right. So,
and it turns out she did have stuff in the house. She just didn't know where it was. There it is. It's having issues dropping the stream. It's picking it up and dropping it back down. And OBS is fully updated. YouTube's fully updated. I've never had this problem before. But
He didn't really install taps and drywall.
Yeah, he didn't install the taps. He just, it was like a door, and he just like open it up. It was a very clean seam, though. You wouldn't even know it's there.
Has a very active imagination.
And that's what I would do. I'd definitely have booze like stored in the drywall, just like like have a little tab, but have a clean seal all the way around, so you could just like pull the tap. You pull it open that way, and then there we go.
No, he had the closet had a double rod, and the Jack Daniels. Terrible selection.
Oh, I know, right? That's how you know you're a drunk, when you're drinking like gallons of Jack Daniels. Like, you have a drinking problem. I'm not a drunk. Actually, no, I problem. It's that you're drinking a gallon of shitty whiskey. Get over it. Go buy, like, instead of spending $40 on a gallon of shitty whiskey, spend $30 on a fifth of good whiskey, and then you just like work your way through it. You slowly work your way through it, and you're fine. You don't have to drown it in Coke and punch and all the other crap that you have to pour into it. God, have some self-respect. Cat. Have self-respect. I'm not talking to you, Oliver. Dumb cat.
Yeah, the cat totally agrees.
I love my cat. He's sweet. He's a cool cat. He's like totally a chill kitty. He does not come in my office and pee. So that's what I like about him. He pees everywhere else. He does not pee in my office. Yeah. Well, not everywhere else, but like he has his spots, just not my office. He knows better. My dog, he'll come and hang out in my office and sleep. It's cool. I like my dog.
Never smelled cat here.
On there, so you can literally grab underneath the pile and get a clean shirt that has been pressurized. Well, it's like dry cleaning, but it's like compost dry cleaning. It's completely clean, completely high pressure and high heat has killed all pathogens, and you can pull the shirts out from the bottom and just shake them out, get the wrinkles out, and poof, you've got clean clothes. That's the pile system that guys use. Girls don't understand this because they're all like, we gotta use washers and dryers. Like, you do not have to use washers and dryers. At most, you have to use a dryer because sometimes the pressure has humidity too, and you gotta like get that cleaned out. But the bottom of the pile is where you find the clean clothes. See, she knows about the system, but she doesn't believe in the system.
I do not believe in the system.
I'm telling you, it works.
It
100% works. Unless the cat climbs on top of the pile and pees on it, then the cat completely ruins the entire pile. You cannot use the heat and pressure system when the cat pees on the pile.
Sure.
Because that's just how it works.
I mean,
dogs at least have an understanding of how guys do things, and they go outside. Or they go in that one chair that's really comfortable, and it becomes their chair.
Which chair is that?
Well, my old beagle had his own chair. A couple of times I sat in that chair, I'm like, oh, this smells like my dog's pee. This is his chair now, and Rusty had that chair forever. It's gone. We got rid of that chair when Rusty died. Man, that cat will not shut up. I wish she would open it. See, two things that I've done over the last several years is I've trained my animals to bother my wife. Because they're like, he's not going to get me food. I'm going to harass her. So Oliver's at the bedroom door harassing my wife right now. Because he knows he can't come over here and bug me because I'm not going to do anything about it. In the mornings, they bug her to get her food. They bug her to get her to let him out. The dog, too. The dog will not come to me for food. He will not come to me to be let out. I can be sitting right here next to the door, and he will go over there or over there, or be sitting here. And they know better.
He's such a good boy.
But see, the thing is, he doesn't really need to go out. He just wants to go out to bark at a bird or a plane or a tree or something. He's not smart. He's a good dog. He's a great dog.
He's a sweet
But he is
boy.
not smart. He has chased airplanes. He's chased airplanes. And we live near the airport.
Wow.
So there's airplanes that fly overhead, and he chases I've seen that dumbass out there looking up at the sky chasing hawks. He's not smart. He's not at all smart.
But he's sweet.
He's the sweetest dog. He's a great dog. He's a good boy. Such a good boy. But he's dumb. Dumb as hell. And loyal. Completely loyal, completely tough as hell. Love them to death. And every once in a while, I can get him to do something cool, like sit down and let the guinea pig ride on his back. He does not like it because he thinks the guinea pigs are really cool toys. And one of these days, he may be cool enough to like let the guinea pig like snuggle with him. But, what on? Oh, he has a toy hedgehog.
This toy is why he thinks the guinea pigs would be awesome toys.
But he had that toy before he had the guinea pigs, though.
Exactly. So he is conditioned, pre-conditioned before the guinea pigs arrived. That something that's about this size, looks like that,
and it makes this noise. Where's it at? That noise, which sounds suspiciously like a guinea pig.
Like the guinea pig. Yeah, that's why the dog is.
And he doesn't want to eat them. He doesn't want to kill them. He just wants to play with them to death.
He just wants them to squeak. He
just wants to put them in his mouth and shake them around until they're not moving anymore. That's all he wants to do. It's not like he wants to hurt them. Lisa, it's time to wrap up the show. We've been doing this long enough. The food was fantastic.
I gotta drive all the way back to my house.
It was fantastic, except that it was Brussels sprouts. Oh, dude, look at what I've got. I forgot I brought this in here.
What
this is the shows. The Brewster's Million show. Okay, so here's upcoming happy hours. The Brewster's Million show, fascism and socialism and all the ridiculous health insurance systems, cancel culture. I've also got, did I write down any others in the past? I have not. I have not written down any others in the past. So those are 4 topics of whiskey happy hours that we'll have coming up in the next couple of weeks. So be tuned for that. This is what I was going to say. Stay tuned for that. Tune in. Be on the lookout. Be aware. Whatever.
Just come watch them.
Yeah, just fucking do whatever you want to do. I'm not your boss. I'm not your husband. I'm not your wife. Be whatever you want to be. Do whatever you want to do. I don't care. You're your own person.
You do you. That's what he's trying to say.
And embrace that weirdness that is you. I'm proud of you for being who you are. Yeah. And you should be the best you that you are. Unless you're Theon, then you're a piece of shit and nobody likes you. Suck it, Theon Greyjoy. She's never seen Game of Thrones.
Oh, no.
Also, Sansa. You're a terrible person, Sansa. But anyway. Lisa, say goodnight.
Good night.
Good. All right, guys. We're done for the year. I'm kidding.
What?
We're done for the week. I'll be back on Monday, and you'll see me again on Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. Monday's the Quest for 100K. So Quest for 100K on Monday. I was going to do a day. I might do a day in the life tomorrow because I did a lot of cleanup at the distillery today. So tomorrow I've got bottling and boxing to do.
You do?
Yeah, you can come on out and join me. I'll be out there probably about 10:30. I got some work to do in the morning, and then I'll be out there around 10:30 to bottle and box, and hopefully be done by 1 or 2 so that I can go eat lunch. I eat lunch around 1 or 2 because I'm weird.
That's not weird.
It is weird. It's extremely weird to eat lunch around 1 or 2 o'clock. That's late.
Well, right, but it's also less busy.
Yeah, but it's late. Anyway, so there you go. See you. I will see you guys tomorrow night. She may see you guys, or tomorrow afternoon. She may see you tomorrow if she deems to show up.
I may be late.
Maybe. If it is a day that ends in Y, she might be. God. Then I'm out for the weekend, and I'll see you guys again on Monday with results for our 100K that we did this week. And I have some exciting results to show off. I know that I have exciting results to show off because I've already seen the preliminary data because I'm a data dork.
He has made an Excel pivot table.
I have made pivot tables and Excel spreadsheets and charts and graphs and just talking about it gets me a little bit aroused.
Don't.
But guys, we're done. We will see you next week. Cheers. Is that the test pattern? Is it gonna happen? When's the test pattern going to start? Where's the damn test pattern? Do I not have it? I don't have it. Fuck it. Good night.